Now, we know that journalists have done everything right. But even with all the clean data and correct analysis, do you think stories can be misleading? Yes, because choices about what to measure, what to include, shape our analysis. In this unit, we are going to explore the same structural bias built into data. Bias type 1 is selection bias. Selection bias happens when dataset systematically includes some cases and excludes other. In this dataset, the risk gap ranking covers 11 of 15 countries. 4 countries were absent because their data were incomplete. Now ask the critical question. Are these 4 countries missing at random, or is there a pattern? Countries with missing data are often those with weaker statistical systems. Weaker systems tend to link with lower institutional capacity, which is one of the things coping capacity tries to measure. This means the ranking may exclude the countries most likely to have the weakest capacity. The selection is not random. It reflects the same reality being measured. The journalist's analysis already reflects this limitation. Bias type 2 is measurement bias. Measurement bias occurs when the indicator used to represent a concept does not fully capture what that concept really means. This creates a gap between what is claimed and what is shown. In this dataset, coping capacity is measured using 2 sub-indicators, healthcare access and government effectiveness. Both are reasonable and measurable, but neither is the same as disaster coping capacity. Government effectiveness comes from the World Bank Governance Index, which reflects how institutions function in normal conditions. Routine governance and emergency response are related, but they are not the same. A country can perform well in routine governance and still be underprepared for a major disaster. The CC score is in the dataset does not measure disaster response capacity directly. It measures 2 things that are associated with disaster response capacity. The gap between the measurement and the concept is real and should be stated in any analysis that uses it. Both of these bias types trace back to what you learned in Module 1. Data is socially produced, and choices about what to measure, who to count, and how to structure data shape every dataset before analysis begins. Selection bias occurs when the choice of who to count excludes a systematic group. Measurement bias occurs when the choice of what to measure does not fully capture the concept. Bias is built into data through these choices. The analyst's job is to identify them and make them visible.